The next question we ask ourselves is, how do we pass the management accounting examination? And please, you see, all of these foundations that I'm laying today are crucial. These things are very important because you're going to be seeing them playing out throughout the mentorship program. So, what will it take? How do you position yourself to pass the management accounting examination? To pass the management accounting examination, there are three key things that you have to be mindful of. Please stay with me carefully. The first one is to master this topic called cost classification. It is not directly in your management accounting syllabus, but here is the case. You have to understand that the management accounting in level 2 is a build-up of introduction to management accounting in level 1. Most of you came in with an exemption, so you didn't do management accounting in level 1. So you will not see this directly in your syllabus, but it is a fundamental topic in management accounting that you need to understand. Why? Because cost classification will help you to understand how you prepare a cost sheet for an activity, an operation, or an undertaking. How you deal with overhead analysis sheet. We'll get into all of those things. Then apportionment as well as absorption of overhead. So cost classification is a crucial topic. As a matter of fact, that is the key thing we're going to be opening up the discussion with in a moment as we get excited into the discussion. The second thing is to understand core costing techniques. And that includes absorption costing, marginal costing, and activity-based costing. Listen carefully. The short-term decisions, the 20-mark question you're going to see on the short-term decision, whatever decision the examiner brings, you are going to be using the marginal costing principles. Because all the short-term decisions are made using the marginal costing principle. So that is a crucial topic or principle or concept that is going to help you to pass the examination. Under variance analysis also, you have to call on marginal costing when it comes to calculation of overhead variances as well as sales volume variances. Then when you get to question 1, performance measurement, when we come to the concept of divisionalization and we are dealing with transfer pricing, we can be called on marginal costing. So the marginal costing stands alone on its own to prepare a profit statement. We can have a question on that. But the marginal costing principle is relevant for short-term decisions. It's relevant for variance analysis. It's relevant for performance measurement in question number 1 when we are dealing with the concept of divisionalization or transfer pricing. So that is an important thing you must understand. Absorption costing, the same thing. We can have a standalone profit statement question on its own under absorption costing, but the absorption costing is also relevant under budgeting. Then it is also relevant under performance measurement, transfer pricing. Then it is relevant under variance analysis. In other words, for you to pass the management accounting examination, whether you like it or not, you must understand the fundamental principles underlining absorption costing and marginal costing. If not, when we get to short-term decision, we are looking at something, you'll be like, where is this thing coming from? It's coming from marginal costing. Then the other one is activity-based costing. It's a crucial standalone question we can have in the exam, or the examiner has done this over and over again. In the exam, or for absorbing overhead using the activity-based costing. But that is also needed in performance measurement again when we are dealing with transfer pricing. Because sometimes under transfer pricing, the examiner can ask us to use ABC, activity-based costing, to calculate the transfer price of the entity. So as a management accounting student, to say you know management accounting, you must know everything under cost classification. To say you are a good management accounting student, you must understand these 3 concepts: absorption costing, marginal costing, activity-based costing. If you are good, the rest of the topics, it will be water. It will be simple. It will just be nice. It will be kind to you because you are just going to be crystallizing things as you build each topic up. Then certainly the final thing is going to be the mindset, essential mindset and skills. This is an English paper, so English comprehension is very important. The accurately interpret what the question demands is important. Now, I jokingly say this that you will struggle in management accounting. In other words, if your English is not good, you're going to struggle in management accounting. Because if you read a question and the examiner says, oh, the entity needs 500 kilograms of materials to produce a product. However, they have 300 in stock, which is constantly used by the entity and can be replaced at $2 per unit, but the 300 in stock was bought at $500 per unit. What is the relevant cost of the material we need to produce the thing? It's English. So you must have the ability to understand the English language. Then you can bring in your management accounting principles. So if you are weak in English, you're going to have challenge with management accounting. Questions, you will read the scenario and you have to have the intelligence to interpret the scenario in the context of management accounting. So English comprehension is important. Then we come to application of the principles. Okay? Application of the principles. It's not what you know, but how the principles apply. And this is a challenge for many students. And that's why I mentioned at the beginning, you have to stay focused. You must be copying notes. You must be preparing your notes. You have to be actively engaged and involved throughout the period. Because if you miss the explanation of a principle, you will see a question and struggle. That's it. Because if the explanation of the principle, you don't get it or you missed it, you can look at 10 million questions and you will still go and fail the exam. Not because the questions are difficult, but it's because if the foundation is weak, ICAG will expose you. So application is key. Then the last one is speed and accuracy. Listen. Time will be your enemy in the exam hall, especially for management accounting. Yeah, time is going to be your enemy in all the papers, but management accounting sometimes have that challenge. Time will be your enemy. So speed and accuracy is crucial. What does that mean? It is not in the exam hall on the 2nd of November, all other things being equal, that is where you are going to be doing speed and accuracy, Darby. Throughout these 12 weeks, you have to be working on speed and accuracy. And nuntina, you have to be active preparing your notes. And nuntina, when we are solving questions, you have to grab your calculator and be punching alongside as we go. And nuntina, you cannot sit there and be looking at us like we are Teletubbies or showing something. You have to be present here. Because speed and accuracy is something you work on before the exam date, not in the exam hall. So sometimes people fail the exam, not because they don't know, but because time was not on their side. By the time they realize, get ready to stop work, they have answered only 3 questions. You have failed the exam. Because answering only 3 questions in the 3-hour period, because you are not able to work with speed and accuracy, 99.9% of the time, you're going to fail the exam because that's a lesser chance that you are giving yourself to pass the exam. So what am I saying? If you want to pass this examination, you want to be the best at the end of the day. Not just, the pass mark is 50%, so I just need to answer 3 questions. No, if you go with that mindset, you will fail. You have to challenge yourself and tell yourself, I want to be the overall best student. I want to get 80 or 90%. Why is that important? Because you see, you need to challenge yourself higher so that when you are falling, you will fall, but you will still be in the pass range. So if you challenge your mind from day one and say, management accounting, I am challenging myself. I want to get 85. That means you have to work hard for 85. So that if you are falling from 85, even if you come to 65, that is, you are falling by 20, you have still passed the exam and you are good. But if you come to the exam or you come to the ICA and you are like, oh, the pass mark is 50%. Hey, me dear, I just want to pass the exam and go away. I don't like any award. I don't like anything. Okay, I just want to pass the exam and go away. It means your target is 50%. When you are falling from 50, you have failed the exam. And that's why sometimes people go to the exam hall and they come out with 3%, 5%, 15%. Ask yourself, how can someone go to the exam hall and come with 7%, 10%? And that's why sometimes you see people, oh, this exam, the way I wrote, if they show you your script, like we show. So you have to work at it every week for the next 12 weeks so that 3 hours becomes a normal time for you. That is why assignments will be given. And so when assignments are given, you challenge yourself, work them under time. That is where we're going to be doing performance evaluation tests. When it is done, challenge yourself and do it. If you can do that, I can guarantee you, you will walk into the exam hall, write the exam with confidence, and most importantly, pass the examination. That is what you must understand. And that is what management accounting is all about. That's it. So we have seen what it takes to pass. We've looked at the syllabus structure and the exam. And then we've looked at the core areas to focus on: cost classification, the costing techniques, and then the mindset that you need to pass the examination. If you can do this, you are halfway. 1/5 of yours is already in the pass area. Now you got to work hard to drag the other feet so you can cross and become successful in management accounting. So if you learned something from this video, remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share the video so that others can also see this. Most importantly, let me hear from you if there are any questions you have, or if you have any topic that you would want me to cover on the next episode. Leave it in the comment section. I want to read from you. If you want to enroll as well in our courses to study under my mentorship for your ICA, ACCA, CIMA, or ICAG examination, you can head on to our website, NhyiraPremium.com, or download the Nhyira Premium mobile application on the Google Play Store or the App Store to complete your enrollment. You can also send us a message on WhatsApp or call us 050-114-9296. 050-114-9296. Complete your enrollment today to join our community. Let me hold your hand, provide you with the blueprint that you need with the team here. Let us assist you. This is our mission. This is what we do. This is what we are called for. And we have the resources, the skills, the expertise needed to help you to pass the examination. So visit our website, NhyiraPremium.com, to read more about us. Or better still, download the Nhyira Premium mobile application on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You want to get personal? Hit us with a DM or send us a message on WhatsApp, 050-114-9296. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.